Kia ora everyone, welcome back to another, sorry about this. Kia ora everyone, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be talking about the story on how I lost my AirPods. I did lose my AirPods like back in May, June even, so I lost them a long time ago. Well, only about 6-7 months ago. But I only had my AirPods for maybe 3-4 weeks at most, and then I don't think I lost them. I honestly think someone stole them. So if you've seen some of my more popular videos on my AirPods, like how I got AirPods for $0, and the stop bullying me because of my fake AirPods video, which is deleted, but you've probably seen it, probably. Anyway, I lost them months ago, and I didn't really know how I lost them because I don't ever remember. I remember exactly where I put it and exactly where they were. But there's a couple of options, and one of them really speaks out to me, and I don't know exactly what happened to them. I still don't, after like months and months of thinking and talking to people about what happened to them. I still don't know for 100%, but this is what most likely happened. I just want to check if I'm recording. All natural. All natural. All natural. Alright, so this is the most... I'm gonna start off with some more unlikely stories, which, to be honest, there's only two stories. Two stories of what most likely happened. So let's start with the least unlikely one. So I'll just get it for a second. Alright, so here's the same school bag. So I was coming back home from the bus, and I put my AirPod case in this sort of pocket right here. This one here. So I put them in there, and for some reason I didn't listen to them. I just didn't want to use my AirPods that day because I wanted to talk to someone, I think. But anyway, I put them in here, and then, like, imagine this is the seat. I was sitting on the aisle seat, and this here's sort of like the walkway in the middle of the bus. I put my bag sort of on the side of the seat, kind of like this. Wait, hang on. So just imagine this is the seat, and that's where I put my bag, with my AirPods were right here, sort of facing away from me, so I couldn't really see what was happening, and unless, of course, I looked down. So, yeah, my AirPods were right there, and I'm sure I was looking at the window. But when I realized I got off the bus and looked for where my AirPods were, I realized that they weren't there at all. I looked home, I came home, looked in my bag, looked all around. I even went back to the school to see if I could find them, and they just weren't there. So, you might be saying they could have fallen out. No, I don't think that happened, because I never, ever saw them ever again after that. Like, I haven't seen them for 6-7 months. Now... So that's the first, like, so that's the first likely story. It's pretty unlikely, but it could have happened, but I don't think so, because they were pretty snug up in there, so I don't think they would have just fallen out just for no reason. So, yeah, I don't think that would have happened. The second possibility, which is the most likely possibility, because I've been thinking about this for months, and after heaps of speculation and talking with people, this has got to be what's happened. I don't see any other possibilities, really. So, this is probably what happened. So I was sitting with my bag here, my AirPods facing away. So anyone, so for most of the journey, I was looking out the window or in front of me or to my side. So if someone took my AirPods, I couldn't really have noticed until I got off the bus. Now you might be saying, well, why someone would take my AirPods? Well, um, first of all, they're free. They're not real AirPods. They're Wish AirPods. They're just Bluetooth they're earphones. So they wouldn't have really affected me if it wouldn't have affected me financial wise if I just lost them because I got them for free, as you probably know. So that's one warning sign that someone could have taken them. But why would have someone taken them? Well, this is the real kicker. In the seat behind me, so in the seat behind me was one guy that I've never really got along with. He's always been kind of a bully to me, and the guy sitting behind him, so two seats behind me, he is also kind of mostly been a bully to me for most of my for most of the time that I've known him. We'd never really gotten along. Oof. Yeah, so we'd never really gotten. So yeah, so these two guys that were sitting behind me, I never really got along with them, and they've definitely stolen and betrayed me in the past. This isn't a common thing to do, but I can definitely expect it. All right, so this is not completely ruled out. So the only way I could see that my AirPods went missing, because I never ever saw them again once. That was the last time I ever saw them months ago. Considering who these guys are and considering what they've done to me before, stealing my free AirPods that I didn't pay for, um, they have to have stolen them. And what was even more suspicious is that after I got off the bus, they also had the same stop as me. So these two guys, they live relatively close to me, so they also get off at the same stop. But normally I walk left and they walk right. This time they walked left. I noticed that, so our bus stop is right next to a school. It's literally at the school, right? So I went inside the school to sort of shake them off my tail. They followed me, and at that point I thought, okay, something suspicious is definitely going on. So I looked for my AirPods, I couldn't find them, and I didn't think of losing my AirPods at that point because that just didn't that just idea didn't fathom in my mind at that point. And at one point they got really close to me, and okay, not in a bad way, but they did get quite close to me, and um they did touch my bag, I think. So either they were sort of following me because they knew I'd stolen my AirPods and they thought that I just didn't know, which I didn't know, which I didn't know about it at that time. So yeah, that's probably why. Or second, they were following me to try and get my AirPods when no one was watching. Because if they did steal it on the bus, then someone would have probably known about it, or at least seen them take it. It makes a lot of sense for them to wait until no one's around. So these two guys, I've never gotten along with them. I've never really been their friends at any type of point. At one point, we were kind of in the same friend group, but we didn't really like each other. So yeah, they were sitting right behind me. They followed me into the school, which is my former primary school that I used to go to, and also that they used to go to. So we both know the school really well. So how I lost my earpods, one of these two guys stole them. And in terms of which one, I think it was the one that I got along with. Because these two guys, the first guy I'm gonna call. What's his name? His name's gonna be James, and the second guy's gonna be Robert. James, I kinda get along with him, but we're also enemies. But it's not so bad. The second guy, Robert, I've never really gotten along with him. He's always been an enemy of mine, and I don't Like, sometimes I consider James a friend, but I've never really considered Robert a friend. And what made it even more suspicious, and this is really tying in the whole knot, they must have stole it, is because um a couple months later, I kept on saying how they must have stolen my AirPods or how I lost my AirPods. And as soon as I always talk about losing my AirPods, Robert's ear, no, sorry, isn't it? Yeah, Robert's ear. He always sort of like looked his head in my way. As soon as I said AirPods, he always looked at me or just tried to listen in. So yeah, Robert and James. That's not their real names, but that's just their fake names. They stole their AirPods. That's how I lost them. I don't know where they are. For all I know, they could be in America. They could be in They could be in the ocean somewhere. I don't know. Someone, Robert and James, could still have them. Um, yeah. People stole my AirPods, so I didn't lose them. I could have, but nah, I don't think so. That's how I lost my AirPods. Hopefully, you will not lose AirPods like I did. Why would they steal them? Hopefully, they'll give them back, but I don't think that's gonna happen. And I'll see you guys in the next video.